1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses, 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt, 1 gallon of water, 5 minutes of mixing. That is the entire recipe. By the end of the first week, every plant in your garden that you pour this dual-action solution on will show transformation that no single ingredient fertilizer on earth can produce on its own. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, beans, leafy greens, herbs, roses, dahlias, fruit trees, berry bushes, even the houseplants on your windowsill. Across every category of plant you grow, the response is identical. Yellow leaves turn deep, vibrant green within 3 to 5 days. Stems thicken visibly. New growth pushes outward faster than the plant has ever produced on its own. Flowering increases. Root systems multiply beneath the soil. Yields triple. And the visible response continues to build week after week as the second ingredient keeps working long after the first has done its job. The cost is under $1 per gallon. The 2 ingredients are sitting in almost every American household right now, one in the baking aisle and one in the pharmacy aisle, never combined by the gardeners who walk past them every week. And while the global synthetic fertilizer industry generates over $200 billion in annual revenue selling separate products for instant nutrition and slow-release feeding, the most powerful dual-action liquid fertilizer ever derived from kitchen and pharmacy ingredients combines both functions into a single 5-minute recipe that no chemical company can patent and no garden center can compete with. But before I show you the exact 5-minute recipe that turns 2 common household ingredients into the most powerful dual-action plant fertilizer you have ever applied to a backyard garden, you need to understand something almost every gardening tutorial on the internet gets completely wrong. Most home garden recipes use a single ingredient. One ingredient feeds the plant directly, another ingredient feeds the soil. Almost no recipe does both jobs at the same time. That is the entire reason this combination is so much more powerful than either ingredient alone. Stay with me, because the science behind why these 2 specific ingredients amplify each other goes deeper than simple addition. And once you understand the dual-action chemistry, you will never apply them separately again. The story does not start in a research laboratory. It starts on small organic farms in the early 1900s, in the period right before synthetic fertilizers took over American agriculture. In those decades, organic farmers and homesteaders were working with whatever they had available locally. Sugarcane refineries in the American South produced blackstrap molasses as a waste product, sold cheaply to farmers who knew it could feed soil microbes. Pharmacies and laundry suppliers sold Epsom salt as a household staple, used for everything from bath soaks to laundry brightening. Some unknown number of farmers, in some unknown number of small farming communities, figured out that combining these 2 ingredients in irrigation water produced visible results no single ingredient could match. The combination spread through farmer-to-farmer knowledge networks. The technique appeared in old organic gardening manuals throughout the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Then, synthetic fertilizers arrived in the 1950s, marketing budgets exploded, and the simple 2-ingredient combination was quietly buried under decades of branded chemical advertising. The knowledge never disappeared. It simply became invisible to anyone who relied on mainstream gardening sources for information. The Rodale Institute, the oldest organic farming research organization in the United States, documented variations of this technique in its long-term soil health trials, beginning in the 1970s. Texas A&M University's Agricultural Extension Service has quietly recommended molasses and mineral combinations for pasture management for decades. The Australian organic farming community has published recipes nearly identical to the one in this video for the past 20 years, with researchers at the Lost Seed organization describing the molasses and Epsom salt combination as a super tonic that improves roots and dramatically increases flowering. The technique is not fringe science. It is mainstream organic agriculture that the chemical fertilizer industry has spent 70 years pretending does not exist. Here is the part nobody talks about. The reason this combination works far better than either ingredient applied separately is that the 2 ingredients operate on completely different timescales. and the human plant root system needs both timescales simultaneously to perform at its peak. Epsom salt works instantly. The moment magnesium sulfate dissolves in water and contacts plant roots, the magnesium becomes bioavailable within hours. The plant absorbs it and immediately roots it into chlorophyll production. Magnesium sits at the geometric center of every chlorophyll molecule on Earth, the dark green pigment that captures sunlight and converts it into the sugars that drive plant growth. When a magnesium-starved plant receives a sudden bioavailable supply of magnesium, the response is visible within 3 to 7 days. Yellow leaves shift to deep green. Photosynthesis accelerates. Energy production increases. The plant has the raw material it needs to grow. But here is the problem with using Epsom salt alone. The magnesium and sulfur in Epsom salt are highly water-soluble, which means they leach out of the soil quickly with every rain or irrigation. Within 2 to 3 weeks of application, most of the magnesium has either been absorbed by the plant or washed below the root zone. The plant runs out of fuel just as the visible growth response was peaking. This is the silent failure point that almost every Epsom salt user has experienced without ever understanding why. The first application produces dramatic transformation. The second application produces less. The third application produces almost nothing. The gardener assumes the technique stopped working, when in reality the soil has simply been depleted of the magnesium reserves that built up between applications. The plant needs a continuous trickle of magnesium, not a series of single doses that wash away before the next application arrives. Now stay with me, because this is where the second ingredient solves the problem the first ingredient cannot solve on its own. Blackstrap molasses works on a completely different mechanism. The sugars and trace minerals in molasses do not directly feed plant roots in any meaningful way. Instead, they feed the billions of beneficial bacteria, yeasts, and fungi already living in the soil. Within hours of a molasses application, soil microbial populations begin multiplying explosively. Bacteria can divide every 20 minutes under ideal conditions. Within 3 days, microbial populations around the root zone can multiply 5 to 10 times. A study published in the Open Journal of Ecology documented that blackstrap molasses combined with organic matter produces microbial activity that lasts 4 to 5 weeks from a single application. Those multiplying microbes do 3 critical things at the same time. They decompose organic matter in the soil into plant-available nutrients. They produce organic acids that collate locked minerals in clay particles and release them into solution. And they outcompete pathogenic bacteria and fungi for resources, creating a healthier root zone where diseases struggle to establish. Here is the shareable detail that should change how you think about plant fertilization forever. The combination of Epsom salt and blackstrap molasses works the same way nature has been feeding plants for hundreds of millions of years. In undisturbed forest soils and ancient prairie ecosystems, plants receive a constant trickle of instantly available minerals from rainfall and dew, combined with a continuous slow release of nutrients from decomposing organic matter that beneficial microbes are constantly breaking down. The synthetic fertilizer industry has spent over 100 years trying to replicate this dual-mode feeding with separate products. Quick-release synthetic salts for instant nutrition, slow-release coated pellets for sustained feeding, branded biological inoculants for microbial activity. 3 or 4 separate products sold at $30 to $40 each. The combination of 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt and 1 tablespoon of blackstrap molasses delivers all 3 modes simultaneously in a single 5-minute application that costs under $1. Nature figured out the right design hundreds of millions of years ago. The 2 ingredients in this recipe are simply the closest kitchen and pharmacy equivalents to what nature does on its own when humans stop interfering. So why is none of this taught in any extension office, on any major gardening website, or in any commercial fertilizer advertisement? The answer is the same answer that explains every buried gardening technique. The global synthetic fertilizer industry is worth over $200 billion annually. The entire economic model depends on selling separate products for separate jobs. Quick-release nitrogen products, slow-release coated pellets, branded soil amendments, Specialty trace mineral supplements. Each product generates margin. Each product builds brand loyalty. A 2-ingredient recipe, combining a baking aisle item with a pharmacy aisle item, generates no margin, builds no brand, and threatens the entire pricing structure of the industry. The economics are exactly backward from how the chemical industry needs to function. So the most effective dual-action liquid fertilizer ever developed, sites divided between 2 grocery store aisles, ignored by gardeners who walk past both ingredients every week. Now I need to be honest with you, because dishonesty in gardening advice is exactly how good techniques get unfairly dismissed. This combination is not a universal magic cure. There are specific conditions where it produces dramatic results, and other conditions where the effect is more modest. First, the Epsom salt component only produces visible color change in plants that actually have magnesium deficiency. If your soil is already rich in magnesium, the Epsom salt contribution to the recipe will be minimal. Look for the telltale yellowing between green veins on older leaves to identify magnesium-deficient plants. Sandy soils, acidic soils below pH 6, container gardens, and beds farmed for years without compost replenishment are the situations where magnesium deficiency is most common and where this recipe produces the most dramatic results. Second, the molasses component requires existing organic matter in the soil to support the microbial bloom it triggers. In completely sterile soils, or soils depleted of organic matter, the microbial population will spike briefly and then crash when the sugar runs out. The technique works best on soils that have compost, mulch, decomposing plant material, or living plant roots already feeding the soil biology. Third, and this is critical, use only unsulfured blackstrap molasses. Sulfured molasses, sometimes sold in baking aisles for cooking purposes, contains added sulfur dioxide as a preservative. That sulfur dioxide lowers soil pH and kills the very beneficial microbes the recipe is designed to feed. Check the label. The product must specifically say unsulfured. Most blackstrap molasses sold in American grocery stores is unsulfured by default, but always verify. Now we get to the part you came here for. The exact recipe. Pay attention to the details because the dilution ratio and the ingredient quality are what separate this dual-action fertilizer from a half-working homemade tonic. You will need 1 tablespoon of unsulfured blackstrap molasses, specifically blackstrap, the dark, thick, almost bitter version produced from the final boiling of sugarcane. Any grocery store carries it in the baking aisle. Check the label for the word unsulfured before buying. The cost is roughly $5 per quart bottle, and 1 bottle contains enough molasses for 50 or 60 gallons of finished plant solution. You will need 1 tablespoon of plain Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, the same plain crystalline material sold in the pharmacy aisle, the laundry aisle, or the bath soak section of any American grocery store. Make sure it has no added fragrances, essential oils, or skin softeners. Those additives are for human bath use and damaged plant tissue. The cost is roughly $3 per box, and 1 box contains enough Epsom salt for 30 or 40 gallons of plant solution. You will need 1 gallon of water. Filtered water is best. Rainwater is excellent. If your tap water is heavily chlorinated, let it sit in an open container for 24 hours before mixing, because chlorine will kill the soil microbes the molasses is supposed to feed. Slightly warm water dissolves both ingredients faster than cold water. Here is the assembly. Add 1 tablespoon of molasses to the bottom of a clean 1-gallon container. Pour in a small amount of warm water and stir until the sticky molasses fully dissolves into a smooth, dark liquid with no clumps. Add 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt and stir until the crystals dissolve completely. Fill the rest of the container with cool water to reach 1 full gallon. The mixture is now ready to use immediately. Do not store the mixed solution for longer than 24 hours. The microbes in the solution will begin consuming the molasses, and the effectiveness drops quickly. Apply the diluted solution as a soil drench around the base of any plant. Soak the root zone thoroughly. Do not splash the liquid onto leaves because the sugar in the molasses attracts ants and other insects to the foliage. The application is for the soil. 1 gallon of finished solution treats between a dozen and 20 mature plants, depending on size. For seedlings and houseplants, dilute further at 1 teaspoon of each ingredient per quart of water. The application timing matters as much as the recipe. Apply this dual-action solution once every 2 to 3 weeks during the active growing season. Do not apply more often than that, because the microbial population needs time to stabilize between feedings and the soil mineral balance needs time to settle. Apply in the early morning or late evening when soil temperatures are cool. Avoid midday applications on hot summer days because heat speeds the breakdown of the molasses before microbes can take advantage of it. This recipe produces visible results across the full range of plants you grow. Vegetable crops respond first and most dramatically. Tomatoes show deeper green leaves and heavier flower production within a week. Peppers set more fruit. Cucumbers, squash, and melons produce larger harvests. Leafy greens develop richer flavor. Herbs grow more aromatic. Fruit trees and berry bushes respond with stronger root anchoring and improved drought tolerance. Flowering ornamentals produce more blooms in brighter colors. Even houseplants respond visibly, with the Epsom salt restoring leaf color, while the molasses rebuilds the depleted soil microbial community that potted plants chronically lack. There is an advanced version of this recipe that is worth flagging for gardeners who want to take the technique even further. The 2-ingredient base of molasses plus Epsom salt can be enhanced by adding 1 teaspoon of active dry baker's yeast to the gallon of water. The yeast adds a third biological dimension to the recipe. Baker's yeast contains Saccharomyces cerevisiae, the same microorganism that produces natural plant growth hormones, including auxins and cytokinins. When you combine the yeast with molasses, the molasses sugars feed the yeast cells while they release growth hormones into the solution. Add the Epsom salt for instant magnesium and sulfur supplementation, and you have created a 3-mode liquid fertilizer that delivers immediate nutrients, sustained microbial activity, and natural growth hormone stimulation simultaneously. This 3-ingredient version produces faster and more dramatic results than the 2-ingredient base, but it requires the additional dollar of investment in baker's yeast and benefits from a brief 8 to 12-hour resting period before application to allow the yeast to begin metabolic activity. There is also a second amplification worth knowing about. After applying the dual-action solution, water lightly with plain water about 30 minutes later. This second watering pushes the molasses and the dissolved Epsom salt deeper into the root zone, beyond the surface soil where evaporation and microbial competition occur. The deeper penetration extends the productive lifespan of the application by several days and ensures that the ingredients reach the deeper root tissue where the most active growth happens. This 2-step watering technique is something experienced organic farmers do automatically without thinking about it. But most home gardeners skip the second watering and lose a significant portion of the application benefit. There are a few honest cautions worth flagging. Do not exceed the ratio of 1 tablespoon of each. More is not better. Higher concentrations of Epsom salt can cause salt buildup in soil and interfere with calcium uptake, while higher concentrations of molasses can create the microbial boom and bust cycle the skeptics correctly warn about. Do not apply this solution to plants with active root rot because the sugar in the molasses can temporarily feed harmful pathogens before the beneficial microbes outcompete them. Do not mix this solution with any chemical fertilizers, synthetic insecticides, or fungicides in the same application because the unpredictable interactions can damage soil biology. The next time you walk through the grocery store, pause in 2 aisles instead of just 1. The baking aisle holds the ingredient that feeds your soil. Microbes for the next month. The pharmacy aisle holds the ingredient that turns your yellowing leaves deep green within a week. Together, for under $1 per gallon, you are holding the closest equivalent to natural forest soil chemistry that any kitchen recipe can produce. The harvest begins now.